Hello everyone, Amanda here from scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Welcome to my hashtag Simple Stamping Sunday, and today I'm going to share with you a card that I've made during the week for a friend who's going through a bit of a difficult time, bless her. So I've got my card base. This has been cut to 5 7/8. I've taken an A4 sheet, 5 7/8, and then scored it at 4 1/8. And I just want to burnish that so that it's nice and crisp. Okay, and then we have, this is Poppy Parade, and this measures, I've blinked and it's gone, 5 3/4 by 3 7/8, and then my stamp layer measures, I think, 5 1/2 by 3 3/4. Yes. Okay, so I'll start by adding my coloured cardstock. I love Poppy Parade. It's a beautiful colour. We were using it a lot at Christmas, as this year, as the you know, as our Christmas red. That glow's empty. As our kind of Christmassy red colour, and I just think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful colour. So I shall just layer that on there, like so. And that's just got a very small but neat and elegant little border, if you can just get it straight. Okay, so we can bob that to one side on bringing our stamping layer. And I am going to be using Pop of Petals today. So we're going to use Pop of Petals today, and I'm going to use this beautiful flower, the large leaf and the smaller leaf. And from a sentiment, I'm going to use this Celebration stamp set, and it's called Part of My Story. It's quite unassuming because there's no images, it's all sentiments, but there are some good ones here. And my card's going to have this one, know that today a friend is thinking of you. Okay. So I have got my, oops, I've just dropped that. I have got the flower and the leaves already mounted, and that is the joy of collecting the box. I don't have to keep chopping and changing, and I've also mounted my sentiment. Now the colours that I'm using are Granny Apple Green and Poppy Parade. So we'll do the Granny Apple Green first. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this fuller leaf and I'm going to ink it up, but I'm going to stamp off to the side twice. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stamp, stamp, and then go to my card. Okay, and what that does is, that gives me a paler shade of that Granny Apple Green, because I'm going to stamp it over the top of it. Right, so one that, we'll have one that. I'll just have one in the corner there. I'll have one here. Yeah. And then I'll have a final one just about here. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with the other leaf, which is a more open leaf, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to stamp off twice to make it a lighter shade, and I'm just going to fill in some of the, where I can see some white. So stamp, stamp, and then over to my card that way. And I'm just turning the stamps around each time just to get a different angle so that it's kind of random. I don't like random. I'm not a big fan of random stamping, but it's a great way of making a card with just stamps. I mean, that is what stamping is all about. We don't always have to use DSP and embellishments and die cuts and layers and, oh goodness me, we can just use stamps and ink. So I'm opening my Poppy Parade. Now I'm not stamping off on this one, okay, but I'm going to twist and turn my flowers around as I'm going, and I'm going to stamp over the top of the leaves as they are. I'm just going to stamp over the top. Super easy. And one there, and we'll have that one there. We'll have one peeking off of the side there. A little bit of a one down there. And I'm just filling in the gaps now with the flowers. I'm creating a lovely pattern. Just twisting and turning each time. Doesn't matter if they overlap ever so slightly. Am I happy with that one? Am I? I think that'll do. I think that's a nice pattern there. So now I need to do my sentiment. So I'm using my basic black because my Memento ink is en route. I've reordered a new one from Stampin' Up because I added the wrong ink to my ink pad, and I thought, oh, rather than trying to rescue it and it just not being right, I'll just order a new one. They're not expensive. I was a bit annoyed because I had had that ink pad for quite a long time. Okay, so I'm just going to move this card down and I'm putting it in my grid because I'm going straight to card with stamp, so I don't want it to be wonky. And I'm going to stamp it round about here. I have practice stamped to see if the sentiment is on my stamp straight, and I'm confident that it is. Hopefully I won't get my messy hair in the shot. There we go. And that black with those bold colours just really pops and it looks proper lovely. Okay, so I'll just check that that is dry, and I have already tried this on the reverse of the card. I've been practicing which depth of colour. That was stamped once, twice and 3 times so I could see how deep I wanted the colour on my card. I'll have to try things out and then I'll just flip the card over and start my card. Okay, so I'm going to add that to my card base now. And that Poppy Parade is the most beautiful colour. It's absolutely striking. I love it. So there we go. We have our beautiful card, and this is my first sample. As you can see, you're never going to get 2 exactly the same, but that is the fun of just stamping. So there you go. I hope you like that, and I hope you'll give it a try. So that was Pop of Petals, and the other one, which is part of my story. I'll leave all of the links and all of the measurements over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you'll give it a try. Bye for now.